mascot Roger Jorgensen is an American mixed martial artist currently competing in the Bantamweight division of the UFC. As of May 26, 2014, Jorgensen is ranked the number 15 flyweight by UFC. A professional competitor since 2006, Jorgensen has also formerly competed for the WEC and ShoXC. Background: born in Utah and raised in Alaska and Idaho, Jorgensen began wrestling at the age of 5, going on to become a two-time state champion as well as a two-time state runner-up in high school. Jorgensen continued wrestling on a scholarship to Boise State University where he was a three-time Pac-10 champion and finished in the top 12 at the NCAA National Tournament 3 years in a row. Jorgensen has been diagnosed with vitiligo. According to Jorgensen from an interview with Recap.com, "It's just a pigmentation disorder that basically my immune system fights off pigment cells and loses its color." In another interview, he talks about when he first noticed it happening. "It started in 9th grade. I noticed a small spot on my wrist and I didn't think much of it. My mum offered to take me to a doctor but I didn't want to go. It kind of bothered me because I didn't know how to explain it to people. And some people were ignorant. So I just involved myself with what I do best, which is wrestling, and I've always had lots of friends. It got to the point where I decided you'll either accept me or you won't, and if it's because of my skin then you've got bigger issues than I do. I just don't care, it doesn't bother me. It's something that makes me who I am. It is me and it's never hindered me in any way. It's funny to see people talk about it." Mixed martial arts career. Early career. Jorgensen began his mixed martial arts career fighting in several respected regional promotions, including X Fighting Championships, Alaska Fighting Championships, Ring of Fire, and ShoXC. World Extreme Cardioiting. Jorgensen made his WEC debut against Demasio Page at WEC 32, falling via unanimous decision, in a fight that has been reported as having Jorgensen suffering health problems from his vitiligo at the time of the fight. Jorgensen then went on to earn victories in his next two bouts against established veterans Kenji Osora at WEC 35 and Frank Gomez at WEC 38. Jorgensen dropped an extremely close split decision to Antonio Banuelos at WEC 41 in a bout that was described by Reed Harris as one of the best fights in all of 2009. Jorgensen was scheduled to fight Rafael Rebello on September 2, 2009 at WEC 43. However, Rebello was forced to withdraw due to injury and was replaced by Noah Thomas. Jorgensen defeated Thomas via TKO in the first round. Jorgensen defeated Takeya Mizugaki on December 19, 2009 at WEC 45, via unanimous decision. The bout also earned Fight of the Night honors. Jorgensen's next opponent was Chad George on March 6, 2010 at WEC 47. He won via submission due to a standing guillotine choke 31 seconds into the first round. Jorgensen faced Antonio Banuelos in a long-awaited rematch on April 24, 2010 at WEC 48, replacing an injured Demasio Page. Jorgensen won the rematch by unanimous decision. Jorgensen defeated Brad Pickett via unanimous decision on August 18, 2010 at WEC 50. Jorgensen finally got his title shot and faced Dominic Cruz on December 16, 2010 at the promotion's final event, WEC 53. The winner of the bout would become both the final WEC Bantamweight champion and the first ever UFC Bantamweight champion, marking the first time a UFC title would be awarded outside the UFC. Jorgensen lost the fight via unanimous decision. Ultimate Fighting Championship. In October 2010, World Extreme Cardioiting merged with the Ultimate Fighting Championship. As part of the merger, all WEC fighters were transferred to the UFC. Jorgensen faced Ken Stone on June 4, 2011 at the Ultimate Fighter 13 finale. Jorgensen won the fight via KO after knocking Stone out cold with punches from inside Stone's closed guard during the first round. Jorgensen next faced Jeff Curran on October 29, 2011 at UFC 137. He won the fight via unanimous decision. Jorgensen then fought Renan Barapando on February 4, 2012 at UFC 143. He lost the fight by a unanimous decision. Jorgensen next faced Eddie Wineland on June 8, 2012 at UFC on FX3. Wineland defeated Jorgensen via second-round knockout, notable for the fact it marked the first time that the durable Jorgensen had been stopped via strikes. Their back-and-forth action earned both participants Fight of the Night honors. Jorgensen then faced John Albert on December 8, 2012 at UFC on Fox 5. Jorgensen won the fight via submission in the first round, earning Submission of the Night and Fight of the Night honors for his performance. Jorgensen faced Uriah Faber on April 13, 2013 in the main event at the Ultimate Fighter 17 finale. After a fast-paced and technical fight, Faber submitted Jorgensen via rear naked choke at 3:16 in the fourth round. Moved to flyweight, it was announced on September 17 that Jorgensen would be moving down to flyweight. He was expected to face Ian McCall on December 14, 2013 at UFC on Fox 9. However, McCall was forced out of the bout with an injury and replaced by John Dodson. Then on December 3, Dodson himself was forced from the bout after sustaining a knee injury. Jorgensen instead faced promotional newcomer Zach Makovsky. He lost the fight by a unanimous decision. Jorgensen faced Josiah Formiga on March 23, 2014 at UFC Fight Night 38. Jorgensen lost the fight via submission in the first round. Formiga unintentionally butted Jorgensen's chin with the top of his skull, which went unnoticed by the referee, and submitted the dazed Jorgensen via rear naked choke. Jorgensen appealed the headbutt to the Brazilian Athletic Commission, however the result was upheld. Jorgensen faced Danny Martinez on June 7, 2014 at UFC Fight Night 42. He won the fight via unanimous decision. The win also earned Jorgensen his third Fight of the Night bonus award. Jorgensen was expected to face promotional newcomer Henry Cejudo on August 30, 2014 at UFC 177. However, due to medical issues related to cutting weight, Cejudo was forced out the bout prior to the weigh-ins and Jorgensen was subsequently pulled from the event. Jorgensen faced Wilson Race on October 25, 2014 at UFC 179. Prior to the bout, Jorgensen missed weight and was fined 20% of his purse. He lost the fight via submission in the first round. Jorgensen faced Manvel Gambirian in a bantamweight bout on July 15, 2015 at UFC Fight Night 71. He lost the fight by a unanimous decision. Personal life: Jorgensen has a son and a bachelor's degree in physiology. He also directs marketing for a home health company. According to Jorgensen's post on Twitter, he is half Japanese, half Caucasian. Championships and accomplishments: Ultimate Fighting Championship, Fight of the Night vs Eddie Wineland, John Albert, Danny Martinez, Submission of the Night vs John Albert. World Extreme Canoeing, Fight of the Night vs Takeya Mizugaki, Brad Pickett. Mixed martial arts record. See also: List of current UFC fighters, List of male mixed martial artists. References. External links: Scott Jorgensen on UFC.com, Scott Jorgensen on Twitter, professional MMA record for Scott Jorgensen from ShoDog.